Hey there, welcome to day one of the free October 2021 Get Up and Go Challenge. What the heck's the Get Up and Go Challenge? Why should you care? Well, first off, let me ask you a question. Have you ever been in a situation or been impacted by a change or a challenge outside of you that you didn't respond to exactly in a way that was best for you, that the outcome wasn't what you wanted, wasn't what you anticipated, was actually bad for you? Well, I know I sure have. I remember when I found out my ex-husband was having an affair. I didn't respond very positively or well to that, and it turned out kind of bad for me. I remember when I found out my business partner was a total schmuck, and I didn't respond very well, and sometimes that still comes back to haunt me in terms of how I handled it or didn't handle it. I should have sued him, but I was afraid of litigation, so I didn't, and lo and behold, sometimes stuff just comes up time and time again with respect to that relationship. So have you ever had a relationship or an experience that maybe COVID-19 didn't pan out and didn't work out very well for you? I know I work with a lot of business owners that have been struggling and challenged to change the way they initially responded to the pandemic so that they can save their businesses, save their relationships, save their current situation, and fix things that got damaged because of the way they responded to the COVID-19 pandemic and being at homes, in tight quarters with their loved ones and families, having to work, take care of the kids, and do all the things that have come with COVID-19. So I know I'm in that boat, and I suspect if you're here, you may have found that in the past, some of the way you responded to things, changes and challenges, wasn't the ultimate, the best way for you. So that's what this challenge is all about. This is our actual ninth since the beginning of COVID-19. We did the first one in April of 2020, 30-plus day challenge to take a framework, install it in our subconscious, and make it as simple and easy as breathing. So I want to share the expectations of what you can expect throughout the challenge and what you need to do throughout the challenge. I didn't remember my egg timer, but I'm going to bring that down, and I promise that each video for the next 30 days will be 10 minutes or less. We will, in that 10 minutes, talk about a topic. We spend several days, and you might be thinking as you get 4 or 5 days into it, well, when are we going to get to this framework? When am I going to find out how exactly and what the framework is to make decisions that are as easy as breathing, to make sure that every time I'm faced with a change or challenge, I will do the thing that's best for me. We won't get to that, honestly, until about day 9 or 10 when I share the SOAP framework with you. But until then, we're doing very important foundational things. And if you don't do the foundational things to create a change in your life, it probably won't stick. It's like when we start a new habit and we want to form a new habit, there's things we need to do to make sure that that habit, that change of behavior, gets installed in our subconscious, so we just do it automatically. So it becomes a single daily action and we don't even think about it. It becomes as simple as breathing, as easy as remembering to brush our teeth every morning and every night before we go to bed, or however frequently you brush your teeth. Think about when you learn to ride a bike or learn to walk. I've been blessed with 2 beautiful granddaughters, and over the last summer, my granddaughter learned how to ride her bike. My son was teaching her how to ride her bike. And now my newest granddaughter is learning how to walk. She's just under 8 months old, and she's already pulling herself up and trying to walk around on things. And so it's really fun to see that happen. It reminds me of the struggle it was to learn to walk, and that it doesn't have to be a struggle. It just has to be something that you keep doing. You don't even think about it. You just keep doing until you get it down, you figure it out, and you learn how to walk, and then maybe you even learn how to run. But learning to walk, we didn't get it right the first time we tried to stand up and walk. I've never heard of anyone that just immediately came from the crib to standing up and walking. I mean, without several attempts, without falling down and getting themselves back up again. So the same is true with what we're going to learn throughout the Get Up and Go Challenge. But just like learning to walk, learning to ride a bike, learning to swim, once we have that skill, once we know how to do it, it becomes automatic for us. Last time I was on a bike, which has been a few years now, but I'm sure I could get on a bike today and I could just as easily pick up and ride a bike as when I was a child. And we want to make dealing with changes and challenges, obstacles, setbacks, problems, whatever you call them in your life, we want to make that as simple as breathing. And that's what this framework will do for you. It'll be as easy and natural as breathing to always go through the process on a subconscious level and guarantee that you've got the best result for you whenever you're faced with a change or a challenge or a decision. Now, how is this going to work? What's the framework going to be like? And why the heck are we even doing a Get Up and Go challenge? Number one, for helping people, including me, to continuously move ahead no matter what's going on around us in the world. Because I don't know about you, COVID might be slowing down your area, it might be picking up, shutdowns might be slowing down or picking up, masks up and down, it's changing all the time. But in order for us to continue to live our life and move toward the goals and objectives and things that are important to us, we have to have a strategy, a personal foundation to make our decisions and choices on. We have to remember that we always have our personal power, we always have our personal control, and we need to make sure that we're not giving that up to anyone because we're afraid or we're doubtful or we're worried or we're just uncertain about what to do. So this challenge, I guarantee, will have you 100% confident that you always know what to do in any given situation. So, or confident in yourself that you'll figure it out. I mean, stuff comes up all the time that I couldn't possibly have anticipated, but I know with 100% certainty that I'm going to figure it out. There's no doubt in my mind that I'll figure it out. And I want you to have that same certainty as well. So every day, 10 minutes or less, I will share a tool, some kind of a topic or lesson that we're talking about, a tool to support that topic or lesson, and then we'll have an action item, a little homework assignment, a little thing. Again, it will take you 10 minutes or less. And again, you can spend as much time as you want on all of this. It's the principle of what we put into things is exactly what we get out of them. The more effort we put into something, the more of ourselves we put into it, the more committed we are to doing it, the more we get out of it in return. And this is the same of this challenge or any other challenge or any other thing that we choose to do. We get out of our relationships what we put into them. We get out of our work and our life and our career what we put into it. We get out of our education. Told this one to my kids all the time. You get out of school exactly what you put into it. If you want to get a good education, you'll put in the effort and you will get exactly what you need out of that education. So we'll have a tool, an action item, or a little homework assignment every day. It will be easy. Nothing that you cannot handle with your eyes closed or with your eyes open. So today, for example, our tool is pen and paper. Every challenge. Now my notebooks have gotten smaller and smaller for the challenge, but this is my notebook for the October. Let me show you. Oh, I can't even turn the page. For the October 2021 Get Up and Go challenge. This is my notebook for that. Now I'll probably write on the cover or something. I just grab a little notebook. Oh, sorry about my timer. I grab a little notebook and I always have pen and paper available for doing the assignment, writing down the assignment, doing the homework. So today, pen and paper is our tool. Everybody can find pen and paper. Write on a napkin, write on a Kleenex, write on something in case you hear something that's important. You want to at least say, okay, well, what's our assignment today? What's the tool? What's our assignment? So tool today, pen and paper. We're going to need pen and paper. And if your life is important and worth living, it's definitely worth recording and writing some things down that are important to you. You're going to just capture what's important to you. Our action item today is to think about and share in the comments below. We're going to share in the comments below the biggest challenge that we have ever faced. What's the biggest challenge so far in your life that you've ever faced? And biggest or greatest, let's say greatest challenge, because then you can define whether it's the biggest challenge you've ever faced or the one that was the most emotionally or physically or whatever type of impact that you want to decide. But what is the greatest challenge you've ever faced in your life? And then I want you to think about today and calculate how many challenges and changes and obstacles and problems do you think that you've actually faced in your life so far? I love doing that calculation because the first time I did it, absolutely totally blew me away and surprised me at how many challenges and changes I've faced. And then I mapped out and looked at the big challenges, the big life-changing challenges that I've faced in my life. So what's your greatest challenge? Share that in the comments below. I will be with you tomorrow live for day 2, which is what's in it for you. I'm gonna let you know what's up tomorrow. Tomorrow is all about what's in it for you to do this challenge. Why do you want to do this challenge? What's in it for you? What can you expect to gain? Because we never do anything until we answer the question, well, what's in it for me? Why should I do this? Why should I spend 10 minutes a day doing this? when I can be doing other things. I could be, having a Coke, having a cup of coffee. But guess what? You can do it while you have a coffee, while you have a Coke. All right, any questions? Ask. Otherwise, welcome, welcome, welcome. And I will see you tomorrow for what's in it for you to do this Get Up and Go challenge. Have an awesome day. I'll be with you tomorrow. Bye. Get up, get going. How many challenges? What's your greatest challenge? Share below.